In this video, I want to show you the strategies we teach in an Orton-Gillingham-based instruction to help our students read the longer words. Our students are usually intimidated by long words, and they either skip them or they will read the beginning and the end and maybe guess something in the middle that makes sense in the context. And that's not a reliable strategy. And we do have tools that we can give them to help them read these words so that they don't have to struggle. And I'll show you what I mean. So I have chosen some nonsense words here to demonstrate, and I did that on purpose because if you think of it, any unfamiliar word or word the student hasn't read before or can't identify looks like a nonsense word to them. And they have to use whatever strategies they can to figure out that word. So the way they do that is by dividing the words into syllables. And we teach them that. We spend a lot of time on syllable division because it is so important. And so once they know this, this is what they will do if they come to a word that they can't decode. They will identify the vowel. There's a vowel here, and I have two consonants between the vowel, usually divided between them. And now I will have my first syllable is glot, second syllable is t, glotty, glotty. So the purpose of this video is not to show you how to actually do the syllable division. Just assume the student already knows this, and they're just using their knowledge to figure out the word. So vowel here, one in between usually goes with the second syllable. This will be an open syllable, so O will say O, flow, D, floaty. See, this is where the syllable clapping comes in handy. We do that when we do phonemic awareness to clap syllables and to blend syllables together into a real word. So now they will also apply that. Here I've got vowel here, two in between, usually divided here. This will say frisket, frisket. So vowel here, vowel here, vowel here. So this will have three syllables. So now I'll go, there's two between, so divide it here and then move here. The P will probably go with the second syllable. Try reading it. Biscopa, biscopa. Now I know that A at the end of the word says a. It goes to a schwa, so it will say biscopa. Now let's move on to even longer words. So most likely when they have a long word like this, there is going to be a prefix and a suffix attached, or both. So we teach them to identify the prefixes and the suffixes and then figure out the base word. So, or it could be a compound word. If it's a long word like that, we teach them it might be a compound word. And of course, we do spend a lot of time on teaching suffixes and prefixes and focusing on their meaning. So here we go. I identify over, and there is ing, ing, and there's a li. So now I only have to figure out the base word. And again, if let's assume the student can't identify, then he or she would apply the syllable division just to read the middle part. But there's no need to divide the entire word into syllables because all they have to do is identify suffixes and prefixes. And then most of the times they will be able to read the smaller word. So overwhelm, overwhelming, overwhelmingly. Here's another one. Up, ing. Now I'm left with the smaller word here, bring. Upbringing. Sub. And there's a shun here, which is not necessarily a suffix. It is more like a construction or a unit, as I would call it. Subscription. Subscription. Miss. This is a prefix. There's a full. And there's a lee. Mistrust. Trust. Let's say he cannot read this middle part, then they would go trust. Mistrustful, mistrustfully. This. And there's an able here. Able at the end. Disagree, disagreeable. And this is how they will do it. Now, the syllable division rules don't always work, but they will work maybe about 90% or even higher percentage. So there will be words that will not follow the syllable division, the general syllable division rules, but it will still bring them way closer, and they wouldn't have to rely on guessing.